Hello everyone, my name is Garrick Hedges. I'm the Managing Director of HK UK Support. Welcome to another episode of the HK UK Location series, showing the benefits of different areas around the UK and highlighting a few areas of interest that you may want to relocate to from Hong Kong. Today we're looking at a very beautiful part of the United Kingdom, which is Harrogate in North Yorkshire. We're joined by a very special guest today, Sue Brandom, who is the Inward Investment Officer for Harrogate Borough Council. Sue has kindly agreed to talk to us about her area and also to answer a few of our questions, and maybe she'll even ask a few questions, and hopefully this will help you to decide if this is a good area for you to relocate to from Hong Kong. Thank you for joining us today, Sue.
Pleasure to be here. Thanks for the opportunity.
So I'll just give a quick intro on Harrogate. So Harrogate is a Victorian spa town based in North Yorkshire, which is filled with a lot of natural beauty, a lot of things to do and explore. It's close to market towns and on the doorstep of the Yorkshire Dales. It's based in the north of the UK. So for Hong Kong people who maybe don't know the UK too well, it's obviously north of London. So but it does have the train for commuters going to Manchester and also going to London, and it has an airport around 13 miles away. And also scattered throughout the Harrogate district are some chocolate box villages, traditional stone buildings, floral displays, church towers, and welcoming pubs. So with a lot of the Yorkshire Dales around, people can go hiking, go to the pubs on the weekend, have a really wonderful lifestyle. And also, very importantly, the famous Yorkshire hospitality can be found around the whole area. So it really has something for everyone. Does that seem a fair summary to you?
Wonderful. Just perfect.
Good. So it would be great if we could go into some more detail about the area and also just discuss more about Harrogate and kind of what the plans are for Harrogate in the future. So are there any development plans or any work that is planned to help maybe increase investment in the area or increase business or add extra facilities?
That's a really interesting question. Thank you. I should start actually by saying that when I talk about Harrogate, I'm actually referencing the whole of the Harrogate district, which is, as you've said, a sort of a unique collection of communities and countryside. So there's Harrogate town itself, which is the first British spa town, famous for open parks, open spaces, beautiful architecture, great quality of life. Harrogate's been voted the happiest place to live in the UK. And earlier this year, the Times newspaper named Harrogate as the best place in the UK to work from home, which is something we've all had to get used to doing over the last year.
Titles.
But as well as Harrogate, the district also includes the neighbouring town of Knaresborough, which has a ruined castle dating from the 1100s, overlooking the river. The market town of Boroughbridge, which can trace its origins back to Roman times. There's Ripon, which is described as the little city that packs a big punch. And it has a beautiful Gothic cathedral that dates back to the 7th century. There's also pretty rural towns. I love your description of chocolate box.
Yeah.
In Nidderdale, which is actually a designated area of outstanding natural beauty, an AONB. So we're very proud of Nidderdale. And Nidderdale has two little towns, Pateley Bridge and Massam. So there's a lot within the district that's distinctive and different, but together it makes a beautiful collection. Yes, as far as the council and my role, where the council has a very progressive forward plan, an economic growth strategy for the district. We're very keen to encourage investment and to broaden the scope of our economic growth. We've got some key sectors that we are very strong in. We've got some key sectors that we are targeting towards our economic growth, with the aspiration to raise the living standards and for everybody across our district. So my role within the council is, as you said in your introduction, as inward investment. So spend a lot of time talking to businesses outside of the district about why this is a great place for businesses to relocate or to invest. So yeah, I think there's a lot here that could be of interest.
That's brilliant. So for the main industries in the area, what are the main industries in the area currently?
Harrogate district has been historically very, very reliant on tourism and the visitor economy. But we've become really strong in other areas. So for instance, food and drinks, there's some absolutely incredible brands, businesses and brands that are grown here, based here. There's an amazing quality of, they like to call it field to fork, of provenance of locally grown and locally developed food brands. So we've got the big hitters like Harrogate spring water, which if you've been on a British Airways flight, you might have drunk from a bottle of Harrogate spring water. Well, that's bottled from Harrogate, from just on the edge of our town. But Yorkshire tea is manufactured here, not grown here, obviously, but it's manufactured here. UK's best loved tea brand. So that's a growing sector. But within our economic growth strategy, we are looking at the areas of life sciences. We've got some amazing businesses here doing some really important work in the field of research and development, scientific research and development. We're actually quite uniquely placed in terms of logistics and distribution. As you mentioned in your intro, we're sort of halfway between Edinburgh and London geographically. We're really close to the A1, which runs up from the north of from Leeds to London. I put Leeds first because I'm in the north, but from London to Leeds. We're halfway between the two ports on either side of the country. Right. So we're in a great position in terms of logistics and distribution. We have a really strong sector of professional services here. So financial services, consultancies, specialist tax accountants. And we have a really strong creative and digital scene here, which is, I mean, every business now is digital, isn't it? But we have a really strong creative and digital focus here. So those are the areas that we broadly target our aspirations towards. But there's actually more than 10,000 businesses in the district, which is, considering,
that's quite a lot.
It's a mind-blowing amount. You wouldn't know that to visit, because a great many of those businesses are hidden in the landscape, which is part of the reason why it's a great place to have a business. So yeah, those are the sectors, those are the areas that we feel that we are strong in.
Amazing. That's great, because I think a lot of those sectors, like the logistics, the F&B, the digital side, especially on the more technical side of the digital area, a lot of Hong Kong people have experience or work in those industries. And there are definitely a number of creatives as well. So it does seem like there's a lot of kind of matching the skill set and where you want to increase the number of businesses and increase the skill set in those areas. And of course, financial services and professional services are massive in Hong Kong as well.